Hey. So just finished a phone consultation with a client, prospective client. And I asked her how much did she charge for her services. And she said, I don't know, how much should I charge? It's like, yeah, well, how about you tell me, right? So we went down through the process and we came up with, I said $2,000, right? I'm like, $2,000. And she was like, well, I don't feel like I could say 2,000. Like, I don't feel good about 2,000. I know I could say 1,000. And then she told me, I said, well, are you in therapy for that? And she's like, yes, I am. I said, okay, so make sure that you talk to your therapist about, this whole what you're worth thing. And she was like, okay, I will. I said, but at the end of the day, here's the thing about price that a lot of people miss, is that we really don't get to determine the price. The market, the customer, the person you sell to gets to determine the price. They get to determine what the value is, right? So we don't know until we make the offer. And then they'll determine, do I think that it's worth that? Yes. So it's kind of like, I went to TJ Maxx a couple months ago. I was searching for a handbag, right? So this will already tell you how I feel about handbags, and do I really feel like they're very important. So, all, transparency is, I carried a Louis Vuitton in high school because my mother was into handbags. And so for my 17th birthday, she got me a crossbody Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah. And then when I was in college, before I went back on my sophomore year, I took her Gucci, the blue one with the gray, back to school. And here's what I noticed, is that it still broke. It still got dirty. It still had all the issues that I had with my $25 purse. So once I built my multi-million-dollar company, once I did all of those things, I was like, what do I care about buying a bag, right? So a bag to me, a handbag to me, a pocketbook, a purse to me, doesn't cost more than $50, $100. Like, that's my limit. Okay. So that's just preface to this story of, I go to TJ Maxx, I go to buy a bag, and there's a bag in there that's discounted to $299, right? Like $299 at TJ Maxx? No. So I asked on my Facebook, hey y'all, like, am I like totally out of this thing, or are bags $299 at TJ Maxx now, right? It wasn't a designer I knew, so maybe I just didn't know about this person. Maybe I just didn't get it, right? And they were like, what? No, TJ Maxx. And so this other person who was a former buyer, hey, Tanya, said, oh, well, the quality is nice. And I still can't do it. And I know that it's me in my brain, right? It's me saying, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense to me. That just doesn't make sense to me, right? Because I don't think it's worth more than the $30, $40, right? I don't think it's worth more than that. So I have a hard time spending $299 at TJ Maxx. And then here's my second challenge, is their refund policy. I know that when I buy at Ross, at TJ Maxx, at Home Goods, at Marshall's, at Burlington's, all of those, I know that if you take it back, it like has to be an act of God, right? The receipt has to be there. It can't be over 30 days. They inspect it to make sure that you didn't. Yeah, I know. So I know that going in. That's why I don't buy much there. Yeah. And I can't spend $299. So the customer ultimately determines the price. That's the reason for that story. The customer ultimately determines the price. And we don't know yet. So she was just starting. So I said, I know that you've been taking all of these coaching programs and doing all this stuff, and you haven't even gotten clear on what you sell. So you're still at like step 0.1. You're not even at the 101 level. There's 15 more things that need to happen after you get clear on what you sell, right? We need to validate your offer. We need to put it out. We need to get somebody to buy it. You know, back in the day, I used to say, go sell to people that aren't related to you. Now I can tell you to go on social media and see if you can sell it there. If people raise their hand, say that they want it, okay, now we know. And now from there, you tell them the price, and now we can validate it so much quicker than we could in the offline world, right? But I'm like, okay, you know, so what was your goal? Oh, I did my vision board. You know, I love this gal. I love her because it really kind of breaks down everything. Oh, I did my vision board. And my vision board, I want to get to $1 million by the end of 2025. I'm like, all right, so at $2,000, we need 500 people. Okay, let's go get 500 people. She said, how do I do that? And if it is a coaching program, where do I put them? In a Facebook group? What? I'm like, what do you need the Facebook group for? Oh, because is that how I'm going to deliver everything? It's like, so what were you spending your money on? Who told you this stuff? No. I said, you can just give them the Zoom link and they can all jump on the Zoom link. Right? Like, no idea. So first of all, I'm pissed off that somebody even took her money, right? And didn't teach her the right way. Charlatans are out there. And second of all, we never know when we are creating programs, products, services. We never know if it's going to work or not. The only one that can tell us if it's going to work or not is the customer. And so our job every single day is to talk to our market. That's why I still do free consultations, right? So that I can hear what's going on. So a friend of mine, I talked to him right after I talked to her. He's like, oh, you get so angry. And I said, I'm not angry at talking to them because it just is market research, right? I'm more frustrated for them. I'm frustrated that people are not telling the truth, are overselling and not delivering, don't know what they're doing, giving them unrealistic expectations. Because she's like, oh, I can't do, okay, so you're going to sell 1,000 people in 2 years, right? Remember she said she couldn't do the 2,000. Okay, 1,000 people, but you don't know what you're selling. You don't know how to get the people. You don't know even where to start. You know, that's pretty much why I wrote $1 Million Equation for Startups, right? Good news is I'm going to help. And so if you find yourself in that spot, like really unclear, because that's what's preventing you from getting to where you want to be, is you're not sure what you're supposed to do, what the next step is. I just tell you what to do and you go do it. Now, here's the caveat. There's a lot of people who go into coaching programs, and so I don't blame the coach because it's the person. They just do what they like to do, not what the program designed. They do what they like. Like they picked what they liked, what they were comfortable with, and that's what they implemented. And then when it didn't work exactly the way that it was supposed to, then the coach was bad. No. It was you. So if there's any one thing that you change going into this next year, right, be sure to check yourself and say, am I the problem? Did I implement exactly what they said to do? Did I procrastinate? Did I, right? As we are making vision boards, faith without works is dead, right? Creating all of this stuff, yes, we can manifest it, but what we are truly manifesting are the actions that we put in place. Right? I think I heard Carrie Washington. She said, yeah, you know, I pray for it. I pray for the bus to come. And then I run like hell to catch it. I run like hell. That's the work. That's the work that we put in. So day 28, this is your day 28 of Marketing Fun. All about pricing again, but that the customer gets to determine the price, not you. And the last thing you want is that they pay for something and at the end they go, wasn't really worth it. Because we want clients to do 3 things. We want them to stay. So after they've bought from you, you want them to buy again, right? Pay, which is number 2, pay again, and refer and tell other people. So if you charge them too much and didn't deliver the value, all on that, I'm worth $10,000, but you didn't deliver $10,000 worth of value, then they won't stay, pay, and refer. Now you have to start over every single month, and you never get to the million. You never get there because you have to start over every time and go get a new customer and go get a new customer instead of leveraging the existing customers that you have. All right, y'all. I love you for free. I'll see you tomorrow for day 29 of Marketing Fun. Hopefully this helped. Still doing free consultations. I've got some additional spaces available. Next week is kind of crazy because the event in Vegas is next week. So that's kind of crazy. But if you can get there, we'd love to have you. So just reach out, or if you can fit in my calendar, please let's have a chat, because I'll tell you, when we finished, she had a plan of what she should do now. She had a plan of what to do before she even joins the program, because I give you homework to see if you're eligible to come work with us. But she's got her plan, and she's well on her way to that million. I want to do the same for you. All right. Mwah. Love you for free. I'll see you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.